I know you're really intimidated about making tamales because you think they're this daunting task, but all you really need is time. Just make a lot at once, freeze them, they're great to have, very popular in Mexico during Christmas. So all you have to do is get a bag of Maseca Tamal flour. We have baking soda, salt, and the corn flour all mixed together and sifted evenly. Next we're gonna add oil, and you're looking for a wet sand consistency, okay? This is gonna give it a really nice moist texture when you're cooking it. And you're gonna cook it for 2 hours. So I'm just mixing this up, and I'll show you the consistency. It's not there yet. Just gotta keep working it. You can use a mixer, but I think it's important to put your hands in there and get dirty and feel what you're looking for. Because if you just put it in a KitchenAid, you're just gonna be guessing the whole time. And this way you'll really know what to look for. All right. And then on the side over here, I have water and vegetable stock. Most traditionally, tamales are made with pork fat, but I like to cater to a lot of my vegetarian customers, so I do a vegetarian. So here we are. We're at the right consistency. I'm going to show you, it looks like wet sand like on a beach. You can tell because when you squeeze it, it holds together, but it'll break apart too. Next, we're going to add vegetable stock. Now you want to get this to a consistency that sticks to your hand, but it's not quite as thin as, let's say, pancake batter. And then I have water over there to just make it a little softer. We don't want to add too much veg stock because then it just tastes like veggies. It's a little easier to do this with rubber gloves, but again, important to feel the texture and get to know the dough. All right, nice and soft. So you just finish mixing this, and then we're gonna put some saran wrap over it, put it in the fridge for about 10-15 minutes, and we're gonna move on to our corn husks. So we did the first part of the tamales, which are making the tamal dough. That's rested, hydrated. Now we need to take our corn husks, which are the other part of the tamales. You need to soak them, preferably warm water, and you have to take the smaller ones and peel off what I call little laces. And you're gonna use these to tie the tamales shut. Put those to the side. Try and look for the biggest husk you can when you're first starting out so you don't make a mess and everything fits into place. This one will be perfect. All right, so take the dough. Here I have some leftover chipotle chicken, some leftover beef brisket. We're just gonna, again. It also helps sometimes when you put a bowl of water because it'll prevent your hands from sticking to the dough. Right, and the dough is gonna rise a little bit, so don't overstuff the tamales. You wanna take your meat, put it right down the middle. Don't do too much. All right, nice wrap, be nice and tight here. Take the laces, tie it like this. I don't tie a full knot, just like that, like this. And this is really such an awesome way to cook things because you're trapping all the flavor in there and it's so easy. You have a pot of steaming water. If you have a steamer, use that. I put a little aluminum foil underneath to prevent the tamales from getting into the liquid. So we're just gonna lay it above. And you're looking at about an hour and a half, 2 hours minimum of cooking time. And what's neat is if you have one that's too small like this, you can actually join two husks together so you're not wasting any. So I'm gonna do that. And I like to make a nice oval shape. It's kind of like a sleeping bag. All right, so then we did the chipotle chicken. Now we're gonna do the beef. So good. And because you're steaming it, the moisture is just gonna stay in this food. It's gonna be great. It's not gonna dry it out or anything. And then we're gonna roll this nice and tight again. Tie it off. So here's your second tamal. You're gonna put it in the pot, steam it for 2 hours, and then you're ready to go. So we've been patiently waiting for our tamales to finish steaming, and here we have perfection. We see that we're still tied shut. We're gonna slide off the knots, very easy. We're gonna unravel, oh my God, that's awesome, look at that. You have that perfect soft corn dough with the beef right down the middle, it's amazing. And then we're gonna take, this is tomatillo salsa, but you can use pineapple salsa, tomato salsa, whatever you wanna do. And we're just gonna layer it in there, it's so yummy. And it's going to be really nice and moist too. A lot of times you get really dry tamales, and if you make them right, you'll really appreciate what a good tamal is like. And there you go. Here's your beautiful brisket tamal.